Ever wonder why some wild Pokémon seem to have an uncanny knack for holding items? Today, we're diving into the hidden lore behind held items in wild Pokémon, uncovering the mysteries and the subtle storytelling woven into the series. Let's explore how these items might just tell us more than we think about the world of Pokémon. When we think of held items in Pokémon, the first thing that comes to mind is usually the mechanics. For players, these items are all about giving Pokémon advantages in battle, like the Lucky Egg for faster leveling or the Leftovers for that sweet healing boost. But when you take a step back, you realize that wild Pokémon holding items are a deeper part of the lore than we're often led to believe. The inclusion of these items isn't just gameplay, it's storytelling. And no, it's not just about the item's effect in battle. These items are a way to further immerse us in the world of Pokémon. Items like berries, stones, and evolutionary items don't just exist for battle purposes. They're symbols. They reflect the bond between the Pokémon and its environment, and they give us insight into how these creatures survive and thrive in their natural habitats. And that's where the real lore starts to unfold. Let's start by looking at the subtle world of wild Pokémon holding items. Ever noticed how wild Pokémon sometimes come equipped with items that tell us a lot about their natural habitat, or even their personalities? In the anime, the idea of wild Pokémon holding items was explored on several occasions, and each instance gives us a clue about their background. Take the example of Diantha's Gardevoir in the Kalos region. It was shown holding a Gardevoirite, a mega stone essential for its mega evolution. While this item isn't something a wild Pokémon would naturally possess, its inclusion in the anime hints at the significance of certain items tied to a Pokémon's evolutionary or combat potential. Gardevoirite symbolizes a bond between trainer and Pokémon, as Mega Evolution requires a strong connection to activate. On the other hand, the games provide a more grounded look at how wild Pokémon interact with items. For instance, Wild Sneasel, a Pokémon from the Johto region, can sometimes be found holding a Razor Claw. In the games, this item is crucial for Sneasel to evolve into Weavile during the night. This isn't just a gameplay mechanic. It reflects Sneasel's nocturnal hunting behaviors and its connection to its environment. The Razor Claw becomes a representation of its survival instincts and the role of the night in shaping its evolution. In the games, wild Pokémon often hold berries like citrus or oranberries, which aid in recovery during battle. While this seems like a gameplay mechanic, it reflects Pokémon's instincts and their connection to the environment. In the anime, regions like Alola showcase berries as vital to the ecosystem, with Pokémon like Crabrawler and Toucanon foraging for them. These actions highlight how Pokémon interact with their surroundings, not just for sustenance but as part of a balanced food chain. Wild Pokémon also demonstrate an understanding of nature's resources, knowing which berries to use in specific situations, such as healing or curing ailments. Beyond utility, berries carry cultural significance. In Alola, they're integral to traditions like strengthening bonds with Pokémon or enhancing Poképelago activities. This interplay between Pokémon, nature, and humans reflects the deep harmony within the Pokémon world. Even wild Pokémon holding items can reflect their personalities. Take Wild Machoke, the fighting-type Pokémon that's often depicted holding a black belt. In the anime, this item isn't just for battle boosts, it's a direct nod to Machop's competitive nature. The black belt represents its training, its determination, and its ongoing journey to become stronger. Even in the wild, it's clear that some Pokémon have an innate drive to improve and strive for greatness, and the items they hold reflect that character. We see similar traits with Wild Lucario, a Pokémon known for its strong sense of justice and martial prowess. Lucario has been shown to possess items like the Lucarionite, which is tied to its Mega Evolution in the games. This item signifies Lucario's connection to the fighting spirit within, and it reflects its status as a Pokémon that stands as both a protector and a fierce competitor. These items speak volumes about the personality traits of the Pokémon that carry them. In a way, wild Pokémon items are a reflection of their soul, what they value, what they fear, and what they hope for in their lives. Just like us, they hold on to things that define their character, and these items tell a story. Some held items are downright mysterious when it comes to wild Pokémon. Ever wondered about the presence of ability capsules or shiny stones in the hands of wild Pokémon in the anime? These rare items suggest something even deeper, the lore of evolution. Wild Pokémon that hold items like these are not just everyday creatures. They may have a deeper, more mysterious origin or a unique connection to their evolutionary path. Take Wild Eevee, for example. Often depicted with a shiny stone or even a dawn stone in some parts of the Pokémon world, these evolutionary stones may indicate that the Wild Eevee has been exposed to certain conditions or energies that have triggered an evolution. The presence of these items in wild Pokémon suggests that evolution is not always a linear process. There are external factors, hidden forces, and sometimes a bit of luck that can change the course of a Pokémon's destiny. Items like the Dusk Stone or Moonstone carry the same weight. They suggest an evolution shaped by specific circumstances, be it day, night, or some deeper environmental factor. The fact that wild Pokémon can hold such items speaks to the mysterious forces that drive the world of Pokémon. In a broader sense, the idea of wild Pokémon holding items might symbolize the ongoing battle between the natural world and the encroachment of human civilization. Some Pokémon, especially in later generations, are shown holding items like metal coats or magnetized items, all items that hint at the Industrial Revolution, man-made materials, and the growing influence of technology. Pokémon like Magnemite, which are often depicted with metal coat in their habitat, are excellent examples of how wild Pokémon adapt to the presence of human technology. The Magnetite item is a symbol of the increasing industrialization of the world, where Pokémon find themselves at the crossroads of nature and the human-made world. The item's presence is a direct reflection of how these creatures navigate the intersection of these two forces. Now, think about the trainers themselves. For players, wild Pokémon holding items creates an interesting dynamic. They're a source of power, of advantage, of hidden potential. But in the anime, these items do more than serve a mechanical purpose. They provide clues to Ash and his friends about the world of Pokémon they're exploring. Take Ash's journey in Hoenn. His interactions with wild Pokémon carrying held items often lead him to discover important traits about those Pokémon. Whether it's a leftovers helping Ash's Pokémon heal, or a rare candy that hints at a wild Pokémon's extraordinary potential, these items are a part of the world Ash is uncovering. For trainers, finding these items isn't just about boosting their Pokémon's power. It's about learning more about the Pokémon themselves, and that adds an additional layer of depth to their journey. Next time you spot a wild Pokémon with an item, remember, it's more than just a battle mechanic. It's a clue to their story, their environment, and the world they come from. These held items carry deeper meaning, whether tied to nature, survival, or evolution. What secrets do they hold? Let me know your thoughts on these items, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious. See you next time.